And now joining us from Montgomery to explain how the state is coping with this disaster is Alabama Emergency Management Director Art Faulkner. Art, good morning to you.
Good morning, Russ.
As we begin this day, what is the #1 priority for you in this office?
Well, the #1 priority has been for the last few days focusing on life safety. We've been doing search and rescue, and unfortunately that's turning mostly to search now at this time.
You talked about the search and rescue efforts. How big is the job of going through all that debris and rubble and looking for survivors?
Well, it's a mounting task. Governor Bentley early on activated the Alabama National Guard and all other state resources, and their initial focus was on going in and doing search and rescue in counties all across the state of Alabama, from the Mississippi line all the way to the Georgia line. And as your viewers have seen this morning, the 254 fatalities and the over 2,000 injured just really do not explain exactly what has happened in the state of Alabama.
You said this search and rescue mission is more of a search rescue at this point. Do you think there are a lot of people that are still trapped that you haven't gotten to?
Well, we are trying to get a better handle on exactly how many are missing, but we do know that we still have people missing in areas that were just devastated. Not only do we have 3 of our largest metropolitan areas that have been hit in the state, but we have small towns throughout the state of Alabama that have just been wiped off the map.
Of course, as we said, Art, this is the worst natural disaster in this country since Hurricane Katrina. Alabama, of course, hard hit by that hurricane. What did your office learn from that hurricane that may be helping you out this time?
Well, what we learned is that we have to be immediate to the response, and Governor Bentley was proactive in issuing a state of emergency. We had spoken with the National Weather Service officials that had warned us of exactly what we were facing, and unfortunately we faced that. Long track tornadoes across the state of Alabama through major metropolitan areas. We had first responders throughout the state that were prepared to immediately hit the ground, and those first responders have remained on the ground ever since they went out Wednesday and started doing these searches and rescues. And right now, we just need to focus on getting the individuals that have been affected the commodities, life-sustaining commodities and resources that they need to begin to be able to just sustain life in the most basic form. And those needs are great in this state right now. We're trying to manage the requests that we're getting from the local communities as quickly as possible. And we're calling in our emergency management compact partners from across the United States to come in and augment our state and local first responders to be able to continue this mission.
All right, very quickly tell me, I know you've got a lot to do today. It's a fluid situation, of course, but as you look at it now, how much time, how much money is going to be needed to get this back to normal, get things somewhat back to normal there?
Well, I don't know. We haven't even focused on that yet. I think that what you see in Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, DeKalb County, Alabama, and Marion County, Alabama, it's just indicative of the damage that we have in probably 2/3 of the state of Alabama.
A long way to go. Art Faulkner, the director of the Alabama Emergency Management Agency. We thank you so much for joining us, and good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Russ.